Madam President, I rise today to speak about the flooding that has devastated wide swaths of the Midwest in recent weeks. A harsh winter combined with unseasonably warm weather and heavy rains created conditions that overwhelmed much of our flood mitigation infrastructure up and down the Missouri River and its tributaries. In Iowa alone, the flooding has caused an estimated $1.6 billion in damages. Thousands of homes have been damaged or destroyed, and nearly 250 miles of levees will need to be repaired or rebuilt. Thousands of acres of farmland have been impacted, with losses to the ag sector in excess of $200 million. Fremont County, which is our furthest southwest county in the state of Iowa, has lost $7 million worth of grain. $7 million worth of grain. I spent much of last week on the ground in Iowa, visiting hard-hit areas of the state and meeting with local, state, and federal officials. In my years as a member of the Iowa National Guard, I was on the front lines of several of our major flood events, including the 2008 Cedar Rapids flood and the 2011 Missouri River flood. I can tell you that what I witnessed in this flood event was the worst flooding and destruction that I have ever witnessed. The devastation is simply incomprehensible, with the most severe damage concentrated in Iowa's westernmost counties. I've spent most of my life in southwest Iowa, so it's particularly close to home for me. When I toured the affected communities last week and on this past Sunday, the folks I met with weren't just Iowans, and they weren't just constituents. Many of them were friends that I have known for a very long time. In this part of the state, down there in southwest Iowa, I'm just as likely to be called Joni as I am Senator Ernst. It was heartbreaking to see what these folks have gone through. And again, they're not just constituents. These people are family and friends to me. It will take a lot of hard work and determination to get our communities back up on their feet. But you know what, folks? Iowans are a resilient people, and I know that they are up to the task. Since the first signs of trouble over a week ago, our state and local emergency response teams have been working together seamlessly around the clock to keep our Iowans safe. I credit Governor Reynolds and her office for quickly gathering damage assessments from all around the state in order to make a strong case to the President that a federal disaster declaration was warranted. I also want to thank President Trump for recognizing the gravity of the situation on the ground in Iowa and for swiftly approving our request. Nearly 60 of Iowa's counties will now have access to much-needed federal assistance. In the near term, our focus is on recovery efforts, and I will do everything in my power to make sure Iowans have every bit of the help that they need. We need to get our farms and small businesses back up and running as soon as possible so Iowans can do what they do best, and that's work hard and take care of their families. But as we move forward, I intend to review the Army Corps of Engineers policies and closely examine how they were applied throughout this flood event. It's important that we study and learn from events like this so that we can try to prevent these types of devastating events from happening again in our future. And once again, I just want to say what a heartbreaking and devastating event that this has been for so many of our Iowa counties, our Iowa families, and our Iowa businesses. My thoughts and prayers are with each one of them as we move through this event. God bless you all. Of course, God bless our great state of Iowa and our great United States. We are there for you. We are there with you. Thank you, Madam President. I will yield the floor.